Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to the channel, fam. Today is an absolutely beautiful, chaotic day in the soap universe, and we have a mountain of madness to unpack. Okay, I literally cannot believe this. Can we please process this mess together? Because I am sitting here in my studio, the clock just struck 3 a.m., my eyes are practically bleeding from the relentless screen glare, and my sanity is holding on by a single frayed thread. I promised myself I was going to sleep tonight. I really did. I told myself, just close the laptop, step away from the lore, but then this absolute lore-shattering climax dropped, and I just had to hit record. Might delete this later, but I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. Please tell me I'm not the only one losing my mind over this. We have legends carrying this entire journey on their shoulders, while others are single-handedly testing my grip on reality, and I'm going to call every single one of them out right now. We are ditching the script. The filters are completely off. I am experiencing a complete existential collapse, and I need you all to witness it because you are the only digital hive mind that speaks this deeply deranged language. Unbelievable, guys, what's going on here? We need to talk about Phyllis Summers and Victor Newman. Look, I have been watching this power struggle for what feels like 3 lifetimes, but what Phyllis is doing right now, it is a times total game changer. Basically, she has decided that playing the victim is yesterday's news, and she is going straight for the jugular. Honestly, I am shaking just thinking about the sheer audacity of this woman. Phyllis is using literal, hard evidence of Victor's crimes to blackmail him into handing Arabesque back to her. Yes, you heard me. Arabesque. She is holding the mustache hostage with criminal receipts, and I am screaming into the void. Listen, we have to rewind for a second to truly understand the raw psychological fallout happening here. Basically, Phyllis was just brutally forced out of Newman Enterprises. She didn't leave voluntarily. She was shoved out the door, and her entire sense of identity was completely shattered. She was spiraling out of control. We all saw her at Society, making that totally pathetic, failed attempt to reconcile with Daniel. And Daniel, oh my God, Daniel was absolutely ruthless. He gave her absolutely zero grace. He looked her dead in the eye and basically told her she hasn't learned a single thing from her mistakes, calling her out for playing the victim because she was forced out instead of stepping down. He completely rejected her. Honestly, it was brutal to watch. She walked away completely defeated, and that rejection was the catalyst. Wait, why are we like this? Why do we root for her when she is at her absolute lowest? It is my time's low-key obsession, honestly. We watch this woman burn her own life to the ground time and time again, and yet the second she gets pushed into a corner, we are all collectively holding our breath waiting for the explosion. Honestly, Daniel is not wrong. Daniel is completely justified in protecting his peace, but as a viewer, I am basically screaming at the screen because I know that a cornered Phyllis is the most dangerous entity in Genoa City. Suddenly, Sharon Newman enters the chat. Sharon, of all people! Sharon watches Phyllis get verbally decimated by Daniel, and instead of gloating, which, let's be real, they have enough history for her to do, she actually feels bad for her. Sharon realizes that Phyllis is a pariah right now, an outcast who desperately needs control after the whole clinic disaster. Sharon literally tracks her down at the coffee house and pushes her to fight back. Sharon tells her that if she is treated like an outcast, she will never change, so she needs to prove everyone wrong. Sharon basically handed Phyllis a metaphorical loaded weapon and said, go to war. And Phyllis took that literally. She took Sharon's pep talk and turned it into a full-blown extortion plot against the most dangerous man in the city. Honestly, Sharon is a legend for this, but she has no idea the absolute monster she just unleashed. Look, the fact that Phyllis is demanding Arabesque is a Times major flex. She doesn't just want a job, she wants an empire. She wants her dignity back. And she knows that asking nicely gets you absolutely nowhere with Victor Newman. So she digs up evidence of his crimes. What crimes? Honestly, with Victor, pick a day of the week. But this has to be something massive, something that could actually put him away or destroy his newly reclaimed Newman Enterprises. Phyllis is walking into the lion's den with a live grenade, pulling the pin and saying, "Give me Arabesque or we both blow up." It is absolute unfiltered madness. I am vibrating at a high velocity handheld frequency right now, just picturing Victor's face when she drops those receipts on his desk. Honestly, I think Phyllis is a strategic genius. She is brilliant. No one else has the guts to do this. Actually, wait, no, she is completely delusional and is 100% going to get herself killed. Victor is going to crush her like a bug. Why am I defending her? She is a chaotic mess who never learns. She is literally proving Daniel right by doing something this illegal and manipulative. I mean, she is basically confirming every terrible thing her son just said about her, but I love it. I am caught in a chaotic feedback loop of transcendent hype and absolute narrative betrayal. Whoa, I've really gone off chasing butterflies into another dimension. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. We need to look at the power dynamics here. Victor is not in a forgiving mood right now. We cannot ignore what is happening over at the Newman Ranch while Phyllis is plotting this corporate coup. Listen, Victor Newman is currently operating on absolute God mode. He just reclaimed Newman Enterprises. He is feeling completely untouchable. He is literally holding Matt captive at the Newman Ranch right now, subjecting him to some twisted, rigorous psychological test of sincerity. Victor is treating human beings like chess pieces. He tells Nick that if Matt doesn't pass the test, he won't hesitate to crush him. This is the man Phyllis is trying to blackmail. Victor is already in a ruthless, crushing mood. Suddenly, Phyllis waltzes in, demanding Arabesque. The absolute sheer terror of this situation is giving me palpitations. Victor is going to look at her, look at the evidence, and probably laugh before he systematically tries to destroy her entire existence. And let's not forget the other times, Major Flex's times, Victor just pulled. He is handing Chancellor over to Lily Winters. He summoned Lily to the ranch, told her the company is hers, and Lily is ecstatic. She is already planning to have Kane Ashby run it for her. Victor is making massive, sweeping corporate moves, rearranging the board to suit his grand design. He doesn't care that Nick is furious because this Chancellor deal is going to deeply hurt Nicky. Victor is ignoring his family's feelings to consolidate power. So, in the middle of all this massive corporate restructuring, Phyllis dropping a blackmail bomb for Arabesque is going to send shockwaves through the entire Newman infrastructure. Basically, Phyllis is risking everything. If Victor calls her bluff, she has to release the evidence. If she releases the evidence, Victor goes down, but he will absolutely take her with him. If Victor caves and gives her Arabesque, Phyllis becomes a CEO again, but she will constantly be looking over her shoulder, knowing Victor is plotting his revenge. It is a lose-lose situation, but it is the most entertaining, high-stakes drama we have seen in years. Honestly, I am so here for it. I am living for this raw, unscripted psychological fallout. It is a times total game changer, times for the entire canvas. Look, we have to talk about the deep underlying trauma driving Phyllis right now. She is a legacy character who has been reduced to begging for scraps of affection from her own son. When Daniel looked at her with such cold, unfeeling eyes at society, something inside Phyllis broke. She realized that playing by the rules, trying to make amends, trying to be the good mother, it doesn't work for her. The world doesn't accept a reformed Phyllis. The world only respects Phyllis when she is .ps www.amaxstudio.com/text-2-speech-injurious. So she is reverting to her factory settings. She is weaponizing her pain. The evidence of Victor's crimes isn't just leverage. It is her shield. It is her way of saying, if I can't be loved, I will be feared. And honestly, it is a masterclass in character consistency. Meanwhile, while Phyllis is down in the mud blackmailing billionaires, we have Noah Newman generating massive online buzz for the grand reopening of his nightclub, the Shadow Room, and Audra Charles is plotting to attend just to cause drama with Sienna Bacall, completely ignoring Holden Novak's warnings. It is an absolute circus. Everyone is spiraling in their own little orbits. But Phyllis is the one holding the nuclear launch codes. Honestly, I am exhausted. My brain is completely fried. I have been ranting for what feels like hours, but I needed to get this out. The stakes have never been higher. PHYLLIS versus Victor for Arabesque is the heavyweight title fight of the decade. Will she get the company? Will Victor destroy her? I literally cannot wait to see how this plays out. If you made it this far into my 3 a.m. existential crisis, you are the real MVPs. Let me know in the comments if you are spiraling as hard as I am. We are in this together, fam.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.